good. I'm just checking to make sure everything is working, and it all seems to be fandabby-dozy this end. I'm just going to give it a few seconds just to make sure that you guys can hear me and I get the usual okay from the team whilst I get my notes together as well. So this is the third in a series of Facebook Lives I've been doing every Wednesday since our lockdown began, just to make sure we could give some free value, some free content, and some interesting content really for you guys, some lessons and some webinars for free in this time, in hopes that it will help you guys with your social media strategy. So if you guys are there and watching and you can hear and see me okay, just give me a thumbs up and let me know you're watching in the comments box below. That would be amazing. So whilst I wait for you guys to give me that, I hope you're all okay. Yeah, let me know how you're all coping in this third week. Hope you had a wonderful bank holiday weekend as well. The weather was glorious, wasn't it? Absolutely loved it. So today we are talking predominantly about not Facebook, Instagram stories. So I am a She Means Business trainer for Facebook, Instagram, and in Enterprise Nation. So this is a free program of training and workshops all about how you can use Facebook and Instagram for your business. So this is an adapted slide deck from our face-to-face workshops, which are usually really practical. So this is just an overview of stories on Insta. Hey Sam, I can see you watching. Hey lovely, hope you're all okay. Lovely, and hope you're okay. Hope all you and the team are okay. It's lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining. Okay, I can see I've got a few people watching and it seems to be signal this end is fine. So let's get going. So as I said, the slide deck is part of the She Means Business program, which is an amazing resource full of free training and support. Thank you. That's amazing. All sounding good. So this is a reduced version of the presentation that I would usually do in person in a workshop style with lots of practical exercises. So it's probably going to be a bit shorter than the ones I usually do on here. But I'm hoping this is going to give you some top tips and some thoughts, some stuff for you to think about, and some ideas about how you can implement stories into Instagram, because everybody loves Instagram, everybody's heard of Instagram, but what is everybody doing with stories? Let's get diving in. If you've got any questions, do pop them into the comments box below and I will pick them up as we go along. So who am I? For those who don't know, I'm Natalie Sherman. I'm the founder of Naturally Social. We are a social media agency and communications agency based in Wiltshire, offering everything from training to full service communications, tactical and strategy delivery. So one of the things that, if you're not aware, Instagram, what we love about Instagram is that it's super interactive and engaging. Yeah, 75% of people say that they are inspired to take action. That's whether it's searching, sharing, shopping after being inspired by a post they see. Pair that with the community's incredible diversity and engagement. And it's a fact that people who use Instagram are gravitating towards things that they love the most. So this makes this platform a natural fit for businesses, particularly wanting to reach a young, passionate, engaged audience. We know that the largest demographic on Instagram is that 18 to kind of 30-year-olds. So last week we did a webinar on Instagram itself and how to use the platform. So if you aren't yet up to speed with that one, do go away and take a look. But what we're discovering now, what we have discovered for a long time, is that people aren't just simply scrolling through their feed anymore. They're actually scrolling atop, so, above and along the top of their Instagram home feed. And when we look at feed posts on Instagram, these are usually a glimpse into your business. That's how we kind of frame it. So we mentioned in last week's webinar how your kind of grid is the shop window to your business. and we talked about how to have some consistency in your feed and how to add hashtags and what to write, etc. So feed posts are definitely a glimpse into your business. Stories are a casual way to share your stories. So if your feed is your shop window, then stories allow people to see who you are behind the scenes. And with this new casual way to share, you can elevate your creative game, because we talked a lot about creativity on Instagram last week, without actually having to commit to a lot of production. That's why I love stories. So you can show your daily life, your office or your shop, your brainstorming sessions, promotions, etc. Film it all and let people see what happens at your business without having to throw off the aesthetic of your feed. So that's a really key point to note. Grid feed is your shop window. Stories are the casual way to show your behind the scenes and what's happening. And actually more than 500 million people, probably more now, because this is probably a year old presentation, 500 million people consume stories every day. 200 million users visit at least one business a day. I think it's like 2 out of 3 business views on business accounts on Instagram are by new people that have never found that business before. So stories are real, they're raw, they're authentic, but more importantly, they are creative. Instagram is the place for creativity, and the tools it offers on the platforms allow us to use it in that way. So in case you don't know, photos last for about 4 seconds, and a video can be a 15-second clip, or it can be a consecutive video that you actually upload from your camera roll. You can also save drafts and you can publish them later, which is really cool. Oh, just go back one step. I just want to check that we haven't got any questions yet. Brilliant. Okay, and there are even third-party apps that you can use to allow you to schedule stories now, which is cool. But my advice is always not to be too reliant on scheduling tools for various reasons, which I've covered in lots of different webinars and blog posts, etc. before. So you can use built-in stickers, which are available in this top little box here. I'll go through this in a sec. You can add music. You can find your brand colors. You can choose from different text layouts and styles. You can mention people, so you can tag other accounts like you would on normal Instagram. And you can include hashtags for discoverability. And as I said, one of the most appealing things for businesses right now to use stories is the fact that they're at the top of the app as soon as you log in, meaning you don't actually have to rely on people to scroll through content to find you. And it kind of helps you beat that algorithm in a way. So as long as you keep adding content to your stories, you'll pop up at the forefront of people's feed up here. And people are using stories to drive traffic to their feed. So if you have an important post on your grid that's about an announcement or a new product or a new service or testimonial, you can actually use the raw, fun creativeness of story content to drive people there. Today on Naturally Social, we included a little countdown button that told people that we were going to be going live at 2 o'clock. So this is your normal Instagram feed. And when you click on this little camera button, or if you swipe to the right, you are basically opening up full view camera. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Down the bottom here, you then have all your creative tools that you can use in order to jazz up your pictures or video content. You can you can also access your camera roll here. As I said, you can actually now pre-upload content that you've saved into your camera roll down here. You've got access to lots of filters and lenses, which makes your stories really fun. You've got your flash up here, settings, and of course, if you decide you don't want to do it, you can little X off here. So once this little button here is how you take your photo, or if you press and hold it, you record your video. Once you've got that, you have a little screen like this in the bottom right. And if you simply tap, or if you click on the AA in the top right, you can then start to add your text. And that's where you start to get an even a bigger host of abilities to change it. So down here, we've got a color wheel. You can size up your text. You can change what the text looks like. And then you've got your fun things within the stickers bit here. Let's just have a quick look back, making sure no other questions. That's fine. Obviously, as I said, normally in our face-to-face workshops, we'd get you all to open your phones up and get your apps out and start playing. So that's the kind of overview of how you would create a story on Instagram. Once you're ready, once you've added your text, if you've had a play with stickers and you move these all around, you just simply click add to your story, or you can send to. So you can actually send story content directly on a one-to-one basis, or your story plus other places as well. You've also got a little doodle button, which I love if I was any good at drawing. So you can see lots of creators on Instagram have some fun with this. But for those of you who don't feel you're uber creative, then the new create button, which is found here when you open up the camera and you scroll across to access these, the new create button is one of my favorites on the app. And if you've started looking at our stories over the last couple of weeks, we're making the most of these. We've started introducing quotes of the day. So if you click on create, get back. Click on create, you get all these different template options. So this is the timer button that I used earlier. You've also got this one which is specifically called templates. And if you like roll the dice by clicking this, it brings up different frames. And these are really great if you want to encourage user-generated content back from your audience. So you could add, for example, on this one, top 3 accounts to follow, some Follow Friday recommendations. You could, if you wanted to use this template, by the way, you just simply click this button and it'll pop up into the screen here. You can then write in 3 people that you recommend, mention them, and then you might want to ask your audience to send something back. So yeah, definitely have a play with the create option here, which we love. The other thing for you to do from the other great thing that you can do with stories is to get real-time feedback with polling stickers. So if you haven't yet, I'm going to keep popping back to the example on here so you can see it. But once you create a picture or you add a video, this little button here in the top right, this little square, opens up loads of stickers, and that's how you start to overlay your content with fun things. And one of those options is polling stickers. So you can start to talk to your audience and your potential customers and get real-time feedback. Do you like our new smoothie flavour? Did you enjoy our workshop? Do you want more tips? Yes or no? Do you like what I'm wearing? Those sorts of things. Remember, this is all about fun, behind the scenes, raw content. So this is all going to disappear after 24 hours unless you choose to highlight them and access your archives. But that's a whole nother story. This is about getting you going and thinking about how you can use stories. One other quick tip as well to remember is to keep adding to your stories. They only last for 24 hours, and you can also, they only last 24 hours, so make sure you keep adding to them so that stories keep building up. Okay, so hopefully you can see the mouse in front of me whilst I'm waving it around like I do frantically. But for anybody who missed that and can't see the mouse, then once you create a picture, in this third picture along here, you have a little square in the top right. That's how you access your stickers. Okay, we've got a little question. Let's have a look. Hi, Karen, no problem. You can catch up on the replay. And Sam, my create button doesn't have the same options. Do you mean you don't have these ones? They do change every now and then, but what you want to do is tap on the dice at the bottom and you'll be able to flick through the various templates that they've got. And sometimes these ones at the bottom do move around. So yeah, they should be. Also, I think if you update the app, they obviously are constantly changing some of the things based on how many people use it and what ones are most popular. But this is the symbol that you're looking for, and then just click the dice to access the different templates. So yeah, that's another fun little example there of polling stickers that you can use. And then, of course, we talk about live videos. If you want more feedback, then think about using Instagram Live. And I know live video can scare some people, but the great thing is when you start live streaming, your entire audience gets told, hey, come and have a look. These guys are live streaming. Come and check them out. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need a massive production studio. Just start streaming and have a good angle. Make sure you don't be holding your phone up the entire time, and think about what your live video is going to offer. So live videos should usually be longer than, a few minutes, ideally, sort of like 5-10, I say. And Instagram Live are great for collaborations, interviews, Q&As, announcements, exclusivity. That's what I recommend. So yeah, share the latest and greatest from your business or institution for your followers to see and engage with. That's what we love about Instagram Live.
We use Instagram Live every single day, so as soon as we saw the new co-broadcasting feature, we realized that it would be such a perfect way to get other brands to come on our live show. You just go into your stories, start live video, and toss in a friend.
So that was a really quick, if you caught that, a really quick way to say that you can, that is a quick video showing you that you can now introduce other creators and broadcasters into your live, so you can invite people to dual stream with you. And then finally, one of the best things you can do with Instagram stories is to create an experience that makes customers want to share with their followers. By creating a shareable experience, this encourages customers to create for you. So with a quick comment or direct message, you can ask for permission to reshare their images, which means it's creating less work for you, and it's encouraging word of mouth marketing. So how do you create a shareable experience? Well, we can see here in this little demo, having a brand hashtag is really useful. Mentioning others is really great. Make sure you're using the search functionality to see if anybody is using your brand name or brand tag, and then asking them if you can share their content. But you can also use offline marketing to drive attention to your stories and ask them to share their stories, testimonials, feedback, experience of working with you. Incentivizing this can also work well if it's new. And if you have a shop or bricks and mortar, in normal circumstances, creating a Instagrammable environment is a great way to start thinking or start encouraging your customers to create content on Instagram that promotes you. So physical signs, or you'll see a lot of like boards, or even if you just make a pretty Instagram wall, that always encourages people to get involved. And also, if you use those create buttons as well, as I mentioned earlier, like who, do you have a question for me? Have you got, who do you recommend to follow? There was something going around last week actually about meet the face behind the brand. So it's a really cute initiative, sharing a picture of the business owner and then asking to tag other businesses in to then share on that behind the scenes image. That way you are giving a shout out to 3 other businesses and you're creating content for yourself. So that was a really cute thing to get involved with. If you haven't seen it, then simply upload a picture of yourself. This is the face behind the business, and then saying you'd nominate and then start tagging other people in. But pro tip here, if you are encouraging content or you do find content about your business, then don't forget to ask permission to use those photos or videos of others. And you can do that by simply popping a DM back to people. And don't forget to share the love back by tagging in their account as a simple thank you. Yeah, okay, might need an update. Yeah, definitely update, Sam, then you should get access to more. Olga, glad you like that. Lots of suggestions. We've got tons more suggestions that you could have for Instagram. But, oh, let's come up. This is one way that you can get more help. That was a whistle-stop tour of stories. We've given you some ideas there for content that you could create, where to find Instagram, and how to access stories on Instagram, why you should be using Instagram stories, and also some tips for content creation. It's really difficult to nail Instagram stories in a quick 15-20 minute webinar. But we are launching a stories school on the 4th of May, which is one of our popular 30-day boot camps. And this is going to be a 30-day community, closed community, where I'm going to teach you how to create a slamming strategy for Instagram stories. We'll cover things like bespoke strategies for your business. We'll also look at creative tools that you can use to save time, and we'll also go through some super cool tips and hacks to really use all those creative tools within Instagram stories to make sure your content really pops. So it's 30 days, it starts on the 4th of May. It'll include 2 live videos from me, and it will also include some practical tips and some downloads for you to take away with, and to make sure that by the end of the 30 days, you guys are nailing it on Instagram stories. If you do want more information, then just drop us an email or direct message us. I can send you the details and we can get you signed up. It's only £99 plus VAT, and it's going to be packed with tons of value. But I hope that gave you enough of an insight into Instagram stories to feel excited about giving it a go, and changing up the content that you are creating on Instagram stories. If you do have any more questions, just pop them into the comments box and I'll pick them up now or afterwards. And next week, we are going to be looking at content creation in general for social media. So it'll be here at 2 o'clock. Don't forget to join the Social Media Academy. We're talking lots about social media at the moment over there. We've got some exclusive video content. I think this Thursday I'm talking about LinkedIn and how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. And I think that's it today. So I've kept up to our 25-minute allowance. You are welcome, Sam. No problem at all. You stay safe and hope all's well. It's so lovely that you came on to join. If anybody does want to join us on our 30-day bootcamp Instagram story school, then get in touch. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.